Some African-American communities are prospering, like the residents of Greenwood, a suburb of Tulsa, Oklahoma. Here, former slaves were given land after the Civil War, and this rare footage shows the thriving town they built. A remarkable Baptist pastor named Solomon Sir Jones is the pioneering filmmaker. His footage was lost for more than 50 years. Jones captures the bustling life of Greenwood, which could be any American small town. But Tulsa's whites don't like what they see. In May 1921, after a black man is accused of assaulting a white woman, a white mob rampages through the city. For a night and a day, they loot and burn Greenwood. A Fox News crew captures the only surviving footage. It is the bloodiest racial massacre in American history, leaving nearly 300 dead.
Bittersweet story of Tulsa's historic Greenwood district. It's a tale of tragedy and triumph, oppression and opportunity, despair and dignity. It's a real-life human drama, starring a cast of African-American heroes whose courage, ingenuity, and faith sustain them through life's highest peaks and lowest valleys. Now, above all, it's a testament to the power of hope and a tribute to the resilience of the human spirit. These African-American pioneers managed to transform the undeveloped land just north of the Frisco Railroad tracks into a thriving Midwest Mecca and revive it from the ruinous Tulsa race riot of 1921. The Greenwood District remains one of the best kept secrets in America. Most Americans, and many Tulsans, native and otherwise, remain oblivious to the historical significance of the Greenwood District. The rich past of the Greenwood District evokes virtually every human emotion. Pain and pride, horror and hope, regret and remembrance. Now tonight, you'll see this world from 4 different points of view as I interview each one of them and they take us back to 1921. Buck Cobra Franklin, an attorney in Tulsa. May Oliver, a nightclub owner and performer. Mary Parrish, a music teacher at Booker T. Washington High School. And Dick Rowland, a high school dropout and shoe shiner. Notice how these perspectives connect with each other. And notice how they all end the same way. Here with me is Buck Cobra Franklin. Mr. Franklin, you started practicing law at a young age in a predominantly white town and was faced with prejudice and unjust treatment from the white judicial system. Is that why you moved to Tulsa?
It was really Mr. Gurley. He told me the town had one of the most affluent black communities, Greenwood District. Its success created a sharp divide between blacks and whites.
Mr. Gurley. Now, Mr. Gurley was a visionary because at that time, black ownership was unheard of. But in 1906, Gurley moved to Tulsa, Oklahoma, where he purchased 40 acres of land, which was only to be sold to colored folks.
He was a pioneer. His Greenwood District, Black Wall Street, represented the hope of change.
Excuse me, Mr. Franklin?
Morning, ladies.
Quite hot out, ain't it?
Why, yes, pretty warm indeed.
Well, you know, it might be much cooler if you weren't wearing a suit.
I wish, but I do have to head on to work.
And how is business at the office, by the way?
Business is great. We're busier than ever. I must say I have no complaints.
And are you need some help around the office, like a secretary or clerk?
Yes, I actually do believe we're hiring for reception.
I would love to get the opportunity to be interviewed.
She can type 75 words per minute, do filing, bookkeeping, errands, take messages, and...
Okay. Slow down. Come by the office tomorrow morning, and Mary Beth will take care of you.
Thank you, sir. She sure appreciates it.
I do.
Good day, ladies.
Good day,
Hey,
Mr. Franklin. Pray get the job.
Woo! Good morning. How you doing, girlie?
Taking it one day at a time, Franklin. How you doing?
Oh, just fine, girlie. Just fine.
You seem quite cheerful this morning.
Well, such a good day. Sun is shining. No clouds in the sky.
This has something to do with that court case we've been talking about all week. Huh?
Girlie, my boy, you know me well. You know, this is the third case I done won this month. Let me tell you something. Ain't nothing like winning a court case. That'll help you walk a little taller.
Have a seat.
What'll you be having today, Mr. Franklin?
How about pastrami on rye? Extra pickles.
Coming right up.
And talk around towns, I should be making partners with Mr. McCabe's law firm.
Yes, sir. Mr. McCabe is going into retirement, and he thinks that bringing me on as a partner will be great for the both of our firms.
You know, you're really doing right by Greenwood. I mean, look at you, fighting them big boy cases of being a fancy politician and all.
I'm doing all right. Only God knows we have such a long road ahead of us. We are going to have to fight for equal rights and justice. For us color folks. How about you? How's business?
Business is great. Construction is almost finished on the fourth floor
The
of the
fourth
Gurley
floor?
building. The church has finally moved and opened its doors to its new home of worship. Land has been selling quicker than I imagined. God is good.
Yes, indeed. Only God knows we came such a long way, and we still have so far to go. You know what I mean?
Man, I dream of the day when this Oklahoma territory will become an all-black state, or at a minimum, a state politically dominated by African Americans. I want us to feel safe, to be self-sufficient, and have our own.
Girlie, I hope for the same. You have laid the foundation. Greenwood District is ours.
Want me ready for you?
Put it on my tab.
Sure thing, Mr. Franklin.
Hey, Mr. Franklin. Mr. Gurley, sir.
Hi, Roland. How's school going?
Well, actually, I start my new job tomorrow.
That's great, Roland. Nothing like a young man having his own money. I started working when I was 10.
Where you going to be working at?
The barbershop across the tracks.
You sure that's what you want to do, son?
What about school?
I need to start working and making money. School ain't for me.
I mean, I can understand that, but having your education is important. Just understand what you're doing.
Girlie is right, Roland. It's not safe on that side of the tracks. Plus, have you spoken to May about this?
I plan to tonight.
What's everyone hollering for? Excuse me, miss. What's the fuss?
Another hanging over on Park Ave.
That's the third one this week.
Resident Blake Malcolm, charged with taking a John in the wrong bathroom. Come to find out someone switched the colored and white signs, setting up Malcolm for death. Damn shame. People can't even go to the bathroom without fear of some bastard changing the sign.
I swear. You can walk on the wrong side of the road and get killed for it.
This can't keep happening to us, girlie. We're dying at the hands of the white folks and sent to an early pound code every day. This has to stop.
Even though Negroes have made tremendous progress in the political sense, I don't see anything we can do about it.
It's got to be something.
Frankly, we gotta stick together and keep doing what we're doing.
You mark my words, girlie. One day we'll have the kind of power that no man has had.
In the land of Fu Manchu, the girl all now do. Clap your hands in the center of the throat, then kinky hop to swing all
Here with me is Mrs. Mary Parrish. It is so nice to finally meet the woman who helped shape the fine citizens of the Greenwood District as a beloved teacher. And what is it that brought you to Tulsa?
Well, I had heard of the town since I was a girl, and all of the opportunities there were to make money. Greenwood grew, and essentially they needed teachers, and I fit the bill.
You were a music teacher, right?
Yes, at Booker T. Washington High School. It was a high school on Eglin Place and Eastern Street. Art, algebra, English, science.
It sounds wonderful.
It was. Greenwood had grew, and it became a symbol of black wealth and pride and unity. We had everything from nightclubs to banks to churches to black-owned businesses, restaurants, anything you could think of. It was great. Up until...
Right. Now, how well did you know Dick Rowland?
Well, I taught Roland for his senior year before he decided to drop out.
And what kind of student was Rowland?
He was pretty well known. He was a respectful young man. I tried and tried to convince him not to cross the tracks. But I just couldn't do it.
Mrs. Parrish, you later published a book entitled Events of the Tulsa Disaster, correct?
Correct. Yes. I felt a need to share what I saw. My first visit to the hospital, men were wounded in every conceivable way, like after a big battle. People lost their arms, their legs, eyes, and others lost their minds. You have to understand, thousands of people died. Our wonderful town, gone. So, Roland, what is it that you wanted to talk to me about? Is something wrong?
No, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I mean, kinda. Sorta.
Well, why don't you have a seat? Tell me what's going on.
Well, I came here to tell you that I won't be coming to your class anymore. This is my last day at Booker T.
Where are you moving to?
Nowhere, ma'am. I just got a job on the other side of the tracks, and actually I start tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Now, Miss Parrish, I've given this a whole lot of thought, and I figured that the time I spend here at school, I could be working and earning some money.
But Roland, what about your education? Remember, every great role model in history has started out as nothing than you are now, a student. Why do you think I tell you this? It's because I see so much potential in you.
That's why I had to come and see you. I know you believe in me, and I don't want to disappoint you. I appreciate everything you've done for me here at Booker T, but I've already made up my mind. Now, don't do all that. I'll be all right.
Oh, you promised me this. You're going to be careful out there. And you won't hesitate to come back.
I won't, Miss Parrish.
You take care of yourself now, you hear me?
Yes, ma'am, I sure will.
Bye, Roland.
Hey, Miss Margaret.
Hey, you okay?
I'm fine. Roland came to say his goodbyes.
Goodbyes. Where he moving to?
He's not moving. He's dropping out.
Dropping out? He can't just drop out of school.
Well, yes, he can. He's old enough to make his own decisions now.
Well, does May know? Is she gonna have fun when she finds out? Well, did he say why he's dropping out?
He got some job on the other side of the tracks. Mark, I'm worried about the boy.
I know. Still a boy, and that ain't no place for him to be. We're gonna have to pray for him.
But when we go out tonight, I can tell May. Yeah, I could talk some sense into him. Because we can talk about it. He's making a bad decision. Something just don't sit right with me. I thought he was happy here at Booker T.
Mary Elizabeth Parrish. Now don't you go beating yourself up. We come here every day to make a difference in these kids' lives, and we do our best, but the rest is up to them. You're only as good as 99% of all the people and better than the rest. Come on now, we're going out tonight. You're going to be all right. Don't you worry now. Come on.
Welcome, Mrs. May Oliver, Greenwood's beloved club owner and entertainer.
Yes, me and my husband, Henry, owned our own nightclub, the Hot Spot. We was real proud of that place. It was nightclubs like ours that were the cradle of Kansas City jazz. We weren't scared of nothing back then.
Miss Oliver, I know you were a big part of Dick Rowland's life. That must have been devastating.
I knew him taking that job was going to be a bad idea. We all had such dreams for him. I will never forget when I heard it. First thing I thought was they were going to kill him. They were going to kill my baby. No, he wasn't my real child, but he felt that way to me. And if that wasn't enough, they killed the heart and soul of this community. We lost everything.
Ladies and gents, welcome to a night out on the town. We got a special treat for y'all tonight, so hold on tight and get ready for the ride. Fellas, grab a special gal and hit the dance floor because tonight we're introducing the singing sensation of Greenwood. You know her, you love her. Ladies want to be her and fellas want to be with her. Tough luck for the fellas because this lady's already taken. The amazing May Oliver.
Put a spell on you, 'cause you're mine. You better stop the things you do. I ain't lying. No, I ain't lying. You know I can't stand. You're running around, you know, darling. I can't stand it 'cause you put me down. I put a spell on you. because you're mine. I put a spell on you because you're mine.
Baby, when I say that was marvelous, I mean you were truly, and I mean truly.
All right, Henry, don't you start embarrassing me.
But ain't nothing about embarrassing you. You were wonderful.
Thank you, hon.
I see the fellas. I'll catch you later.
As always.
You did wonderful, May.
Thanks, y'all. And I'm even surprised you even came out tonight,
I
Mary.
know. I had to beg and drag her to come. She's always in that classroom.
Or at church. I am not.
Girl, yes, you are. You ain't never gonna find no man staying up in them places all day.
Well, let's celebrate.
Yes.
To your first night out in...
Ever.
Excuse me, ladies. Can I borrow my wife for 1 minute?
Please, take her.
You want to know something?
What?
You helped make the music in this town what it is.
And how do I do that?
Just take a look around. What do you see?
People eating, drinking, dancing.
It's not just that, May. People are smiling, laughing, having a good time. It's a crazy world out there, and we come to this bar every week, and it's music like jazz and blues that gets us through.
Ever since I was a little girl, all I ever wanted to do was sing.
God has blessed you with a beautiful voice, and it's more than just singing.
I get what music does. It feeds the soul and gives black folks hope, especially in a crazy world like it is now. But it's the music, it ain't me.
The music is you, May. You, like other musicians, make it what it is. When people in this bar hear you sing it, it touches them in their hearts and makes them feel like everything gonna turn around for us someday.
Okay, but I just think...
Just say thank you, woman.
Okay, thank you.
Hey, when you gonna tell May?
I don't know, Mar. She just seems so happy.
You gotta tell her. About Roland?
Fine, I'll go.
Ain't it a bit late for y'all to be partying?
No disrespect, officer, but we here are adults. We need no curfew.
Was I talking to you?
Kinda.
Do you know who you're talking to, boy?
I'm well aware, officer.
Well, keep talking, Flip, and I'll easily end you, understand? I want to see the owner.
The owner, officer. Is there a problem?
You. The owner. Well, she a pretty one, ain't she, Tom?
Hey, get off of her!
Don't tempt me, boy.
I think it's time for y'all to start heading home. Come on.
And you, little darling, can come home with me. I can show you a real fine time.
All right, all y'all out now!
Bitch. What? I was just playing around.
You're disgusting. You do know that, right?
Nah, man, I'm telling you, there ain't no way you're gonna get her.
Man, why not?
Because she's way out of your league, man.
What says who?
Says me. You know she want them educated-looking brothers. You dumb as a doorknob.
Man, shut up. You went up to Booker T and talked to your teacher?
Yeah.
And what'd she say?
You know, she said I had potential, and she hated to see me go.
And that's it?
Well, I told her, hush with all that. I'm Diamond Dick, and there's money to be made out here, instead of wasting all my time taking these dumb classes.
Damn, you told her that?
Nah, man. She made me promise to come back if things don't work out. But how I see is this an opportunity for me. Tulsa is booming right now, and this is a chance to get some of the money that's being made. People are coming from all over looking for opportunities, and I ain't gonna miss mine.
May,
What
take
happened?
your time. She's fine. She'll be all right.
You all right, May?
I'll be okay. How you doing,
I'm
babe?
doing fine, Miss Oliver.
What y'all doing out so late?
Just talking?
Well, I should be getting home now. Sure, my pops waiting on me. Good luck.
You get home safely, Ben.
Sure thing.
So, how was y'all night?
Fine, up until the guest of honor showing up and shutting us down.
The guest of honor? Ah. Well, y'all all right?
Ain't nothing we ain't used to.
My head is killing me. I'm gonna head on to bed.
May, before you go, I gotta tell y'all something.
Well, say it, boy.
I dropped out of school.
You what?
Now, May, hear me out.
Ain't nothing to hear.
Baby, calm down.
Henry, don't you tell me to calm down. Told your folks yet?
Not yet. I wanted to tell you first. I know how you feel about school and getting a good education, but May, that ain't for me. I want to go out and be somebody. And I can't do that sitting in a classroom where a student is told what to learn and how to be.
For months, I've been raising you like you was my own. I did nothing but be there and provide for you and your sisters. You know your parents, they just want you to have the best in life. They just want you to go to the best schools, scholarships, and you just drop out.
I don't want to be no college kid, May. And if you cared about me at all and paid attention, you know I ain't no prissy college boy.
You ungrateful. I'm going to bed.
I didn't mean to hurt her.
I know you didn't. Where's your head at, boy? Dropping out of school?
School ain't for me. It never has been. I'd rather be a working man with meaning in my life.
Can't call yourself no working man without no job.
I got one at the barber shop on the other side of town. You know the one with the black and white folks?
Yeah. That part of town ain't safe for a boy like you.
I'll be all right.
You know, may not be your mother, but she just wants the best for you.
She shouldn't worry. I'll be fine.
What are you even doing over there anyway? I ain't never seen you cut a lick.
I'm shining shoes, that's all.
Well, I guess you got everything figured out, huh? I hope you're happy with your decision, Diamond Dick.
Mr. Rowland, your elevator encounter with a white teenager named Sarah Page set off the deadliest and most destructive race riot in American history. Can you take me back to the events of that fateful day?
Well, with Jim Crow laws, there was no bathroom for blacks at the shine parlor where I worked. My boss fixed it so that black workers could have a colored restroom across the street at the top of the Drexler building. Well, everything happened so fast. See, I was riding the elevator, and it jerked coming to a stop. I accidentally stumbled into Sarah Page, the elevator operator, and she fell over and started screaming. I was arrested the next day.
You were accused of rape.
Well, if that were true, why didn't Sarah Page press charges?
Well, why did you run if you were innocent?
You know why. We was living in a time when coloreds was being lynched just for looking at a white woman. She started screaming, and I knew I was going to be accused of doing something I didn't do.
I'm sure I would have done the same.
Full house. I'll take my money now.
Stuart, if you keep winning, I'll go bankrupt.
Boys and their cards. It's forward, you chump. So, Lewis, talk going around your selling your place.
Yeah, well, I found a bigger property further down Tulsa. Now I just need a wife to settle down and start a family with.
Joanne, you hear that? Stop. Sounds quite nice. Don't you think, Stu?
But he don't start with me.
I ain't saying nothing wrong. I'm just jealous. I'm telling Stuart we've been needing to move out that old shoulda man.
My granddaddy left it to me, and I plan on raising our son there. Why would we move?
Because it's old and run down. The whole place looks like it's gonna fall apart.
This come from the girl who didn't have two nickels to rub together when I met her.
And boy, how I've moved up. I swear those uppity Negroes over in Greenwood live better than we do.
What did you just say?
It's true. You should see how they live over there. Cars, real nice clothes. They even got nightclubs. Never thought I'd see the day where a Negro had more than I do.
You better keep your woman in line, Stuart.
I'm just speaking the truth.
Put a sock in it, Betty.
All right, everyone calm down. Don't want to sit here listening to y'all to argue.
Joanne, have you seen Lewis? He's quite fond of you.
I don't know, Betty.
I don't want to hear it. You, go over there now.
Y'all want to see something? Hey, boy. One of them fancy colors from over there in Greenwood? Is chair open?
Yes, sir.
You know, I got dog shit on my shoe. The mine. I'm sorry, boy. Here, let me help. You best remember your place when you're in this part of town.
What you doing on the ground, boy?
Nothing, sir.
Don't pay him no mind. Let's give it a couple of days. They'll leave it be. So, how much money you make today?
Not much, sir.
Well, remember, the minimum is $2 a day. All right, get back to work, son.
Yes, sir.
Sir, I don't like these white folks in here. Just call me Cameron.
Okay. Cameron.
Don't let it get to you. Keep your head low, you'll be all right. And you should go across the street to that colored bathroom and clean yourself up. Take the elevator. That was a good one, Charlie. You got him good.
Sure did.
Did you have to? Really? Dog shit?
All relaxing, nothing wrong with a little bit of fun.
Don't see how any of that is fun. Best you get used to this type of stuff. Them boys are always messing around with them colored folks. How childish.
Joanne, it was just a joke.
I feel sick.
Oh, you'll be all right. Come on, me and Sarah are going out for lunch. I'm meeting her at the elevator. And I'm late.
Hey, Stuart, how about another round? Think I'm catching my second wind.
All right, double or nothing. Son of a bitch can't win them all.
Shut up and deal the hand.
So, Lewis, I see you got your eye on Joanne?
Yeah, so?
I'm just saying, she's a potential candidate, that's all.
Don't you think I know that? She's a hard one.
Hey, if you ever need pointers on how to sweep a woman off her feet, I'm right here.
Oh, really, son? What you know about women?
I know they're easy. Watch you learn, boys. Excuse me, are you a parking ticket? Because you got fine written all over you.
Excuse me?
Aside from being sexy, what else do you do for a living? Real smooth, boy. What the hell was that? Where are you going, boy?
Oh my God, oh Lord Jesus, oh, he violated her. Oh, you step shot, boy. Oh, I can't breathe. Oh, that's it. I'm in an elevator. Oh, I feel faint.
He's going to pay for this, Sarah.
Oh, my baby. Oh, she's in shock. How do you get her in the elevator? She works in the damn elevator, dumbass. She's the operator. I'm the officer. Help!
Sarah, you're going to need to tell us what happened in that elevator.
Sarah Lynn, say something, darling.
Oh, she's traumatized.
Take your time. Breathe. Now tell us what happened.
Well, I was in the elevator.
And he grabbed you.
I'm not sure.
Of course he did. Why else would he brain like that?
That savage tried to have his way with her.
I mean, he did it.
So you're saying he assaulted you?
Just say it, Sarah.
What else do you need? It's obvious. That son of a bitch violated one of our women.
What are we gonna do, Chief?
What do you think we're going to do? I'll kill that colored boy myself!
The sequence of sounds coming out of your mouth, but the story's too loud. Follow the hands as they move, trying to make out your move. But my brain doesn't want to hide. Close the door, silent call for you. What have I done to of the dirty guns, kill and run, a bullet through your
Breaking news. 19-year-old D. Rowland accused of sexual assault to Sarah Page, a 17-year-old elevator operator on the end of town.
How horrible.
Just another way to eliminate the black man.
A charge like this, he won't stand a chance in court.
Trust me, I know how a white jury and a white judge will vote. You don't think he did it, do you?
No, that's Ford's boy. He wouldn't do nothing like this. See, the media changes things and turns it into something it's not.
What a shame.
Day, Sarah Page was attacked by a Negro boy. Once elevator doors opened, Page was on the ground screaming, and Roland seen running out the elevator doors.
May, get in here.
What? It was said that the Negro who attacked Sarah Page is Dick Rowland, a shoe signer who goes by the name Diamond Dick. He was arrested and will go to trial.
Oh, God. Oh, God, no! No!
May, go get dressed.
Henry,
Go,
what happened?
May,
What
go
happened?
get dressed now. Go. Damn it!
Hey, Mary.
Hey,
Might want to have a seat.
what is it? Just tell me.
Please.
Let me see.
Just Hindu stands.
Sarah Page has said that Dick Rowland has raped her.
No. Roland wouldn't do such a thing.
I know. You sure wouldn't have.
Was lost, but now I found. Was blind, but now I see.
Oh, what a mighty God we serve. My brothers and my sisters, I come to encourage you not to give up. For I have something that Paul has placed in me to restore your faith and give you what is necessary to stand. Because without faith, the Bible says it is impossible to please God. For every man that is in Christ is a new creature. So even when they try to stop us, we will still rise. Galatians 6:9 says, "And let us not be weary in well-doing, for in due season we shall reap, if we faint not." Can I get a witness? Yeah. Let every mistake be a lesson, and every trial a stepping stone. Because God is on our side, so we can't. Even when they talk about us, God will always have our backs. Come on, somebody.
will never leave you nor forsake you, but he will fix it for you if you trust him. See, we have to listen for what our Heavenly Father is trying to say to us. God, I feel like preaching. Let him speak to those who don't like you. Let him speak to those who talk about you. Let him speak to those who try to abuse you. And lastly, let him speak to those who've used you. Lord, speak so that we may be able to walk again. Speak, Heavenly Father, for we need you. Hallelujah, praise God. Hallelujah. Our choir director, Miss Parrish, will now lead us in a song.
If I were you, I would say yes. Speak, Lord. Speak, Lord. Speak to me. Speak, Lord. Oh, speak, Lord. I love you, Lord. I was so blind. I was so lost until you spoke to me. Come on, y'all gonna need to do a lot better than that. Can't sleep at night. And you wonder why. Maybe God is trying to tell you something. Woo! Can't sleep at night. Wonder what's that? Wonder why. Because maybe God is trying to tell you something.
We got down here as fast as we could. As soon as we heard the news, what's going on?
We don't know. They won't let us see us.
Should have expected it.
I just don't get it. How can somebody rape somebody else in a goddamn elevator?
We can't just sit here and let them do this to us. To him.
He's just a boy.
Why don't he gets arrested?
Okay.
How long are we gonna live like this? Scared to walk out our front doors without knowing if we'll live to see another day? Enough is enough. We need to fight for justice.
Fighting how? Fighting will only make things worse. Mr. Franklin, you're a lawyer. Is there anything we can do?
Yeah.
Not that easy.
Well, why the hell not?
We only handle the cases that happen on our side. And since the incident happened on the border, they go straight to their courthouse. If anything, the court is going to appoint him a lawyer. There's nothing we can do.
He did some shit. The lawyers will make sure Roland rots in jail.
That's right.
Rot in jail. They're gonna kill him.
Look, the sheriff called and asked for us to come down here and protect him. And that's what we're going to do.
Well, we ain't doing much protecting standing out here. Hey, why are you so quiet?
Harry, I'm so scared. They're gonna hang him.
He's gonna be all right.
You don't know that.
He's gonna be all right.
Look, I can't just stand here and watch out do nothing for this boy. I'm going in.
That's right. Let's go, girl.
Now, aren't y'all folks on the wrong side of town?
We don't want no trouble, gentlemen.
Sure don't look like it to me. How about y'all go back to Little Africa? Boy.
Hey, Stu.
Oh, come on now. What you gonna do with that gun, boy?
I'll do with it what I have to.
You sure you want to do that?
Yeah, I'm sure.
The formula for hate is a mixture of ignorance and fear. Hate left unchecked leads inexorably to disastrous consequences. A tiny spark of misunderstanding flung into the smoldering embers of hate, stoked by the hand of a sensationalistic press and ignored by irresponsible law enforcement, ignited a level of civil unrest unparalleled in American history. The riot has significance for all Americans because beneath the surface, race and racism continue to complicate our lives. And even a volcano is, more often than not, calm on the surface, masking the destructive forces seething within. But by remembering the riot and learning its lessons, we may be able to avoid a similar eruption. Now, our history cannot be unlived, but if faced with courage, need not be lived again.
This one block is all that remains of Black Wall Street, but it's famous, and we're telling the story to the nation and the world.
Greenwood Avenue was once a thriving African-American business district. But in 1921, white Tulsans burned it to the ground.
Tulsa hid this story. White Tulsans told their children not to talk about it. Journalists trying to do interviews about it and doing research in the 70s got death threats.
It was almost etched out and erased out of history. I grew up here in Tulsa public school system, and it was not until freshman year in college in Arkansas when I really heard about the events that took place here in my hometown.
You grew up here and never heard about it?
Grew up here and never heard about it.
This is hidden American history. This is why it's so important that this be told.
Yeah. Now, it has been called a riot or a race riot. You don't call it that, right?
No, we call it either a race war, a race massacre, or increasingly I'm calling it a pogrom because it is ethnic cleansing in the United States.
There was a hidden agenda to calling it a race riot, right?
Yes, because it sounds like it's the blacks' fault, and the blacks are blamed for burning their entire community. So at the Greenwood Monument, you'll see the listing of businesses whose insurance claims are never honored. Because in the fine print of your insurance policies, you don't have to honor the policy if it's an act of God or a riot.
Today, Tulsans are finding ways to remember and learn from their history. A new park offers hope for reconciliation. It's named for famous local scholar of African American history, John Hope Franklin.
The park is dedicated to your father.
That's right.
What does that mean to you?
It's wonderful. It's warming. My father's middle name happens to be Hope, so it's Hope looking out onto this park. And this image here is from a Red Cross photo of a baby being born in the immediate aftermath of the massacre. But on the back is humiliation, hands up, don't shoot, and then the white man with 3 guns, 2 rifles and a pistol. Hostility. And the idea of the park is to bring people together, for young people to learn the real history of the city, for visitors to learn the history of the city, and as a mechanism of bringing the community together, black, white, Latino, Asian, Native.
Because Tulsa is still coming to grips with this.
Tulsa is still a very divided city, so it's very difficult for people to talk about. This is a new park representing new heroes.
And telling the real story.
That's right.
And this is a way to just commemorate those businesses and hopefully inspire new generations to pursue entrepreneurship, businesses.
We too can do this again. Have a thriving Black Wall Street, a sense of community, a sense of hope.
How great is our God? Sing with me, how great is our God? And all will see how great is our God.
Magnify, magnify, lifted on high. It's been a Spotify to qualify a spot on
your side. I cannot modify, ratify. Mama made me apple pies, lullabies, and alibis. The book don't end with Malachi. Devil win employee of the month by the dozen. To 1 score in 3 years, from the third one a dozen. My village raising a child, come through the crib and it's bustin'. You meet anyone from my city, they gon' swear to me cousins. Shabbat, Barak, edify, electrify the enemy like Hedwig to be petrified. Any penny Peter Pettigrew could get the pesticide. Sunday night, I don't believe in science, I believe in signs. Don't believe in signs, I see dollar signs. Color white, color crime. Good God, give the freedom, Hosanna, Santa, Focus slaves, Southampton, the Chatham. My dream girls behind me feel like I'm James Early. The type of worship make Jesus come back a day early. With the faith of a pumpkin seed size mustard seed here. But I was with noble things as entrusted me. Only righteous time I just shrugged at the skullduggery. I will not stand to see another rapper lose custody. Exalt, glorified, and sent upon the earth the sword of fortified. My borders on my shoulders like I used to hide from God. Dumped down in the slums like shit.